What's good, YouTube? Fibonacci here with another video. This one's going to be me recapping my predictions that I made for week 1 of the NFL. And yeah, let's just get right into it. Waste no time. So for the first one, I picked the Chiefs. Got that one right. I'd say that was a pretty much given considering how much firepower they had. Tyreek Hill got hurt. From what I understand, it's 4 to 6 weeks he's going to be out. But I think that offense is going to be all right. I mean, they still got LaShawn McCoy at it, so that'll still just be another weapon, even though they lost one like Tyreek Hill. They'll be okay. From what I understand, Jags also lost Nick Foles. That was very unfortunate. I'm pretty sure he's indefinitely out. They don't know if he's going to be out for the full year or not. I'm not too sure on that. Didn't really look too much into it, but from what I heard, that sucks. They actually did sign the Steelers quarterback, third string quarterback, Josh Dobbs. So I'm happy for him. Happy to see that he'll actually get a more of a better chance to start when it comes to starting his career and everything. So glad to see that, and hopefully he does good for him. Hopefully he doesn't do too good if he ever versus us. we still got to win, right? But regardless, that game was pretty much decided based on Chiefs. Their firepower, their offense. I think their defense, from what I hear, their defense is definitely something that they need to work on a little bit. But that offense will be able to carry them through a lot of games. All right, let's move on to the next one. Falcons. One thing I'm gonna say, I would like to apologize to Vikings fans because, yeah, you guys, they came out and they destroyed that offensive line. I was watching this game when kind of back and forth when I was at work whenever I had the chance, because it was on the TV, and I was just kind of watching it because we weren't really that busy. So I seen them just dominate. From what I understood or seen, it was the offensive line mostly for the Falcons. I had to check the game when I came home because I was looking. And I had to see if, Julio Jones did play because, it just shocked me. I can't believe they couldn't do more than 12 points or do anything. But when you consider that offensive line and everything, that, kind of makes sense. So Matt Ryan he needs time to get that ball out because otherwise it's just going to be a train wreck for that offense. The running back Cook for the Vikings, they did exceptional, I'll say. That guy, let me see. I just want to make sure real quick and get his name right. Yeah, Dalvin Cook. That boy went off. I mean, he got like I think 3 touchdowns. That was pretty impressive. Whoever picked him up on fantasy is definitely enjoying the hell out of that. But yeah, I just like to apologize. I thought it would at least be a closer game than that. But yeah, either way, Vikings, good job. Pulled out the win, and I was wrong for that one. Browns, this game had to be a disappointment for Browns fans. I'm a Steelers fan, so of course I'm not rooting for the Browns, but I didn't expect them to drop the ball like that. Holy crap! Even though they didn't drop, they probably dropped way less balls than the Steelers did. But either way, let's just kind of the Titans. Man, they went crazy when it came to intercepting Baker Mayfield. Not sure if that has to do with more Baker's when they got the safety. Baker hurt his shoulder, so a lot of people that I've seen on shows and everything have said that that was probably a cause for his inaccuracies and all that, and that's what caused his 3 interceptions. Either way, wasn't a good performance for a team that was so hyped up over the offseason, and maybe they'll bounce back. We'll see what I chose in my week 2 predictions. But, congratulations, Titans, because that was a hell of a win. And, I'm just glad to see that they pulled it out like that. And Derrick Henry had that 75-yard catch and run. Yeah, that was pretty impressive. He was untouched, too. So, good job. Let's move on to Bills and Jets. This one, a lot of these two I didn't really get to watch. The only ones that I got to really watch was Falcons, Vikings, Titans, Browns. The Steelers won with the Patriots, and I think that's the only ones that I got to watch. And then the Monday night games, of course. But when it comes to just what I've seen or highlights or anything like that, Bills and Jets, that was you would think that game was over with, and the Jets kind of fell apart. when it came down to it. They they just ended up losing. Le'Veon Bell looked pretty good from what I've seen. He had that reception, TD reception. That guy is very versatile. When he was on the Steelers, we were passing to him all the time. So gotta expect that from him. And he also caught the 2-point with all the and that play went on for a little bit. And he still found a way to kind of get open and jumped up like a receiver, caught that ball. So, but it was not enough because Bills came back, went down there, and they ended up winning by 1. So I was wrong there, close to being right, but that is still wrong. And let's see, Dolphins and Ravens. This game was absolutely crazy. Wish I could have watched it, maybe not, because nobody wants to see a dead horse beaten. But I think it's safe to say after the news of a lot of reports you had a lot of Dolphins players requesting to just be traded or requesting to just get out of there because they felt the team is just tanking at this point. Which Chiseled Adonis, I watch a lot of his stuff because he's a Steelers fan, so I watch a lot of his stuff and everything. But from what I understand, it doesn't make no sense to tank like that when you have a quarterback. You got Josh Rosen, you got you had a wide receiver, Kenny Stills. I don't know why they got rid of him, but it's not like they're in full rebuild mode. So I don't understand the whole tanking concept of why they would be doing that. But if that's what they are doing, yeah, shame on them. Regardless, though, I mean, it's not going to take away the fact that the Ravens, Lamar Jackson looked amazing when it came to passing. I'm pretty sure at one point he had a 100% passer rate, 100% pass rate, and all that. His 128 QBR rating, I think, by the end of it, and yeah, not sure. Let me see. I didn't see his running. Go back. Let's see his rushing stats. Yeah, see, look at that. I mean, he 17 and 20, 324, 5 TDs, no interceptions. I mean, that's amazing, dude. That's pretty crazy for a week 1 NFL debut for him being the starter and everything. Not counting last year, that's a great game for him. So I'm happy to see that, even though they're a division rival. It's good to see that they have somebody better than Flacco at this point. So it'll definitely be a challenge when we have to face him. But congratulations, Ravens fan, and you guys are also the only one in the division that got a win this week. So hope definitely enjoy that. That's great. And let's see, Redskins, Eagles. I think I was right on. Yeah, I was right on this one. Oh, I was also right on the Ravens because I mean that was a given. Eagles, I was right also. It was actually closer than I thought it would be, but Carson Wentz has all those weapons. Deshaun Jackson got 2 touchdowns, over 150 yards, I'm pretty sure. So that's pretty impressive for somebody coming back to his old team from a while ago. And yeah, just all the weapons they have. It's they'll be a pretty much unstoppable force when it comes to that. So. That's one that I got right. Rams Panthers, man, I was so close to getting this one right. I was pulling for the Panthers, like Chiseled said, I'm pretty sure if they had if they had a little bit more time on the clock, they may have went down there and scored and potentially won that game. So that was a close game. Rams pulled it out. Congrats to them. And yeah, that's kind of it for that one. Also, Cam Newton did look good though, so. And Christian McCaffrey is probably one of the best dual threat running backs that they have in the game right now, so that's good. Chargers Colts. Yeah, I probably should have went with the Chargers. This one I was going back and forth when I was making my predictions, but I ultimately chose the Colts. I thought they would be able to at least pull it out a little bit. You got Ebron, you got Hilton, Jacoby Brissett is still like a basically starting quarterback, so he is a starting quarterback for them, but. He could be a starter anywhere at this point. But the Chargers did end up pulling it out and got the win there. So good job there. Let's see. Seahawks. I was right about this one, but man, was that game close. Didn't get to watch it. I don't even think I watched the highlights for that one. But from what I understood, John Ross. I always get names wrong. I hate when I do that. Make sure. Yeah, John Ross. Yeah, John Ross did pretty freaking good. He got, what was it? Yeah, over 150 yards, 2 TDs. So I figured he would pull out like that because I knew he even though they lost AJ Green, he's also he could be considered a #1 wide receiver right there as long as he holds up and doesn't drop passes, everything like that. So they did pretty good there, but the Seahawks did end up, pulling out that win regardless. And yeah, we face them next week. We face them this week, so that'll be a good game. Got it out by 1, and I was right though. Chose them over the Bengals, so at least I got that one right. Cowboys demolished the Giants. When it comes to Dak and having Amari now, and now you add Randall Cobb and Ezekiel Elliott's back, this team could probably potentially go pretty far, not just make the playoffs, but they could actually win a few playoff games and be in that NFC Championship game. Depends on what other teams do and everything. Depends on how they hold up. Depends on buying injury and everything. But regardless, they looked pretty impressive. Eli, what's there to say? Saquon looked great. I figured he would, but yeah, Cowboys still ended up pulling that one out, and they'll probably be pretty good for the year. 49ers Bucks. This one I was so kind of excited when I seen that because I not only did I pick the 49ers, but I'll put a clip in there of me actually predicting that Richard Sherman will get a pick. Yeah, I'm pretty sure if Jameis throws anywhere near Richard Sherman's going to be waiting to catch one of those. You know what? That might be even a sub prediction. I'm just gonna say Richard Sherman has one pick in this game. How about it's just like a side prediction. Let's see if that happens. To actually get that right, actually have it recorded, everything like that. Even though it's a small prediction, and Jameis is the one throwing the ball, so it was bound to happen. But that was pretty cool. That was pretty cool to see. And yeah, they got the win right there. Their offense didn't really do much when it comes to from what I understand, they didn't do too well, but they'll work it out and everything. You got to get Garoppolo back into it and everything after his whole injury deal. Bucks though, they got to figure out something with Jameis because he holds that ball too long and he does not throw it away. He kind of tries to get rid of it and it results in interceptions. So. Good job, 49ers. Lions, Cardinals, man. This game could have been won by the Lions, even though I would have been wrong. But, because I picked the Cardinals to win. And, man, I think they were an interception away from actually getting the win. If they would have got the interception, probably would have been in field goal range, and they could have won that game. Lions could have won that game, but some stupid MF called a timeout, I guess, on that side. So costed them that, and that ended up in a tie, so wasn't right or wrong in that. And I didn't predict the Steelers or Patriots, but when you have hope, what kind of happened. Everybody knows what happened. So Sunday night, we'll bounce back though. It's okay. Moving on to the most exciting game I think of the week was the Texans and Saints. I ended up being right, and when I was watching this game, at one point, I was like, I'm right, they're going to win. And then Deshaun Watson had that 2 plays all the way down the field, scored that touchdown. Then I was like, oh, I'm going to be wrong for that. And then Drew Brees came in and was precise and got the 3 plays that he needed to get down there and for their kicker to kick his longest field goal of his career, 58 yards, and they won the game. Happy for Saints fans because there was also some iffy calls that were held against them, even though that was the whole emphasis of that game was flags and refs. But they pulled out the win, so good job. Happy for you guys. But the Texans are still going to be a force to be reckoned with. And last game was the Broncos-Raiders. Man, this is one that I wish I would have went back as soon as I watched probably the first quarter of this game. I was like, yeah, I should probably pick the Raiders because seeing the Broncos play, seeing Emmanuel Sanders, I thought there was some hope there, but Joe Flacco was not too good. Phillip Lindsay could not really get going when it came to running. He was good passing and running with the ball, but man, that Raiders with the Josh Jacobs, that was the standout of that game. He balled out. He definitely had a lot of good runs. They could not bring him down for the life of them. And yeah, so I'm happy to see the Raiders after the whole Antonio Brown thing. At least they got some comfort in a win, unlike us, but it's okay. Either way, I think the Raiders will probably be pretty good this season, regardless, because Derek Carr looks like he did. I think it was 2016 when he was being MVP candidate or whatever, talked about being MVP. So he's probably gonna do pretty good. And yeah, we'll just kind of see what happens. I think that's going to be all for this one. This is just kind of recap of my predictions for week 1. I ended up being 7. I ended up having 7 right, 6 wrong, and there was 1 tie. I don't know if you want to call that right or wrong. Either way, I was kind of about 50-50. And that's kind of what I expected for week 1, because one thing that I also didn't take into consideration was who was at home and who was actually away, who was actually visiting and everything. That probably would have played a factor in a lot of these, but I'll keep that in mind for my next predictions. And when it comes to week 2, I'll have that prediction video up. I'll have to put it up tonight because tomorrow's game, or tonight, or at least tomorrow before Thursday night's game. We'll see when I do, but either way, I'm gonna have to have it up before then. That way, I can have all the games other than the Steelers, because I don't predict those games. Like I said in my last video, just kind of lose for me. And yeah, so 7 right, 6 wrong, 1 tie. If you guys also made your predictions or anything, let me know what you guys had right, and let me know what game you guys found the most interesting. Like I said, Texans and Saints, that was probably my game of the week, I would say. And yeah, that's gonna be it for this one. I'll see you guys in my next video. Hope you liked it. If you did, just hit that like button, and if you want to see more of my NFL predictions or recaps, anything like that NFL related, definitely subscribe, and let me know what your favorite team is down below. I will catch you in the next video. Take it easy.